Have you ever wondered that no matter how hard you try or what you do, some struggles just don't go away? The fear, the shame, the anxiety, the patterns you can't seem to break. What if the issue isn't what's on the surface, but what's rooted deep beneath it? In this video, I'm going to pull the curtain back on a life-changing ministry called Intensive Care, a Holy Spirit journey of inner healing and deliverance that goes to the root so your soul can be made whole. This might be exactly what you need, so let's dive in. Welcome to the Maggie B Show. I'm your host, Maggie Barato, and I'm passionate about hearing God's voice and seeing His Spirit at work. So today I want to take you behind the scenes and share something deeply personal, how God spoke to me about inner healing and deliverance, and how that moment birthed what is now a life-changing ministry called Intensive Care. I even wrote a book called Intensive Care Discipleship Manual, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below if you're interested in purchasing it. This isn't just another program or prayer model. It's a spirit-led process that goes after the root of issues and oppression, and it's changed countless lives. So several years ago, I was out on my property doing something ordinary, pulling weeds. And these weren't just any weeds. These were tall, stubborn, deeply rooted. And I'd pull at them and they'd snap at the surface. But I knew if I didn't get the whole root, they'll just grow back. And right there in that physical moment, God revealed that this is exactly what He wants to do in people's lives. He showed me that the weeds represented ungodly beliefs, wounds that have formed, generational curses, demonic strongholds, and demonic spirits, things that had taken root in people's lives, in their souls, that were causing pain, confusion, and cycles of oppression. And He likened that soul to a garden, and He shared how He wants to beautify the garden of our soul, not just trim the surface, but uproot the lies, the trauma, and the torment at the source. A few days later, I was working in our ministry cafe, and I'll never forget the moment. I was actually emptying the dishwasher in the kitchen, and I heard the Lord say, "Simplify the inner healing and deliverance ministry, will ya?" Just as clear as that. And immediately I saw the name Intensive Care in my spirit. And because I come from a medical background, I knew that just like a hospital where patients need extra attention, time, and focused care, He showed me that intensive care clients would need tenderness, space, and spiritual support to process, heal, and encounter deep transformation. God revealed that the weeding and simplifying that He had showed me earlier was also connected by developing a simple Holy Spirit-led model, one that could be easily followed, multiplied, and entrusted to a team of trained and equipped coaches. From those moments, the intensive care ministry was birthed. God had me write the Intensive Care Manual to give Christians who are called to minister inner healing and deliverance a roadmap. Not complicated, not overwhelming, a clear roadmap to freedom. A system where Christians could be discipled to partner with the Holy Spirit to set captives free. Clear, powerful, and full of God's love and truth. So the Holy Spirit could move freely and uproot every weed, replenish and fertilize the soil of the soul, and release fresh implanting from God to the recipient. Today, I have a team of trained intensive care coaches who minister with wisdom, compassion, and authority. This isn't about formulas. It's about partnering with the Holy Spirit to bring freedom at the root level, at the source. Because when Jesus sets someone free, it's real, it's lasting, and it's life-changing. So maybe today you're listening and you feel like you've tried everything. You've prayed, you've fasted, you've read the books, you've gone to church, but deep down, something's still off. There's anxiety, there's anger, there's helplessness, and the shame. Maybe it's time to stop managing the symptoms and let Jesus go after the root. because much of what we struggle with on the outside is often rooted on the inside. And here's the truth. Jesus doesn't just want to patch you up. He doesn't want you pushing things back down. He wants to transform you and heal you from the inside out. He wants to deliver you and heal the hidden places, restore your joy, and make your soul whole. He's not overwhelmed by your pain. He knows how to get to the root, and he wants to meet you there. Jesus is ready to do a deep, lasting, and beautiful work in your soul. Wholeness is possible. Freedom is available, and it starts now. So if you're ready to experience that kind of transformation, I want to personally invite you to take the next step. You can sign up for an intensive care coaching package with one of my trained coaches by clicking the link in the description below. We minister intensive care online, so it doesn't matter where you live. We would be so honored to walk with you as Jesus heals, restores, and sets you free. If this video has spoke to you, drop a comment. Let me know what God is stirring in your heart. I'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this with someone who needs a breakthrough.
Thank you for listening to the Maggie B Show. Subscribe so you can tune into the next episode as we focus our eyes to look at what God is doing.